radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to Micronesia's INCRadio satellite studio. If you are new to our channel, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all those tuning in to our broadcast. We have a very special show for you all this evening. But before we dive into our topic, I do want to introduce my crew member here with me, Brother RY.
Thank you, Sister Anne, and hello and greetings to everyone. I am Brother John from the island of Saipan, local congregation of Saipan, and also I will be helping Sister Anne in today's discussion.
Yes, thank you, Brother RY. And now we want to finally announce the topic for the week, which is cultivating a positive mindset, even when life changes. So I think this is a perfect discussion to end January with all of our New Year's resolutions starting to take action. And of course, life happens. So sometimes those plans don't always go the way we have hoped for and envisioned for ourselves. And I think our guest this evening is the perfect person to discuss such a timely topic. So without further ado, Brother JM, can you please introduce yourself to everyone and share with us your duties, your work, and even some hobbies that you may have?
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone around the world watching INCRadio Micronesia. I am Brother John Michael Balmonte. You can call me Brother JM. I am a choir in the locale of San Jose, as well as syllabus teacher, a chronicler, and more. So, hello to everyone. So one of my hobbies is actually like to play mobile games, uh, going around and hiking or going to the beach, having a picnic with friends and family, and most especially staying at church in performing duty and spend time with my CWS members and officers. So hello,
Yes.
sister. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Brother JM. Thank you for being here. And as everyone can see, Brother JM is a very busy person. Also, if you guys haven't seen Brother JM on INCRadio before, he is basically everywhere else because he's a very active officer, which I can attest to when I lived in Saipan. But even with his busy schedule, you never see him complain. And he's always just smiling, and he has just a positive light in the district. So we just want to thank you for being here despite your busy schedule. Now, pertaining to our topic for the evening, staying positive, I feel like it takes a lot of self-discipline, most especially when plans change or things don't go exactly the way that we have planned it, right? It almost feels unnatural to feel positive when you're in that kind of state of mind. So can you kind of explain to us a time in your life when things didn't go as planned, and how did you react to that type of situation?
Hi, sister. For me, to be honest, almost all the time of every day, I experience things like not going as planned, and I'm very open-minded now, especially
Mhm.
at this age. It happens at home, at work, as well as in my performances and my duty. So
Yeah.
oftentimes it happens when I forget something, especially what I always do is just to recollect and reflect on myself, like what's the situation right now, and then what can I do so I can cope up on the wrong things that have happened, and how can I fix it. And
Mhm.
sometimes there are moments like I gonna feel like overwhelmed of the things that goes to my life, but I just, if I cannot handle it, then I just ask for someone's help. And then
Mhm.
yes, help is what we need, especially if there's a lot of things that comes in our life.
Mhm.
Sometimes the people can give you like uh another pressure instead of helping you out, but most likely they will help you the best that they can, and we should be grateful to them. So
Yes. Yes, I think you said that perfectly, Brother Jam. Because as we grow up, I think adulting has taught us that a lot of the times things will not go as planned. And I love how you mentioned that you try to always keep an open mind when that happens, because I feel like it's so easy to feel discouraged, especially like you stated that we do get overwhelmed sometimes. That's only natural for us, and it's a natural feeling, and that's why I think it's all the more important to really practice open-mindedness that you talked about. And I think we're also better off with the mindset that we accept that we can't control everything in life, right? If you always have that mindset that oh it has to go like this, you're always going to be disappointed in the end, right? And
Yes.
yes, so I think brother RY can also agree with me on
Yes,
that. So I
yes,
want to also,
sister.
yes, I want to ask brother RY, like, do you have advice for the people viewing, or you want to share your own experience when it comes to reacting to unplanned circumstances?
Yes, ate, almost every day I agree kay Kuya, brother Mike, John, brother, Kuya
Kuya
JM.
JM,
Yes, I forgot your nickname, Kuya. What? I forgot your nickname. But yes, I agree because like every day, I mean, as I will answer as a youth, because sometimes like, for example, like sometimes our grades, sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves also.
Yeah.
Sometimes that your this semester your aim is to have an A, but like in the end of the semester you had a B, and sometimes it's really frustrating in that to think that we're pushing ourselves to our limits. I mean, there's nothing wrong pushing ourselves to the limit, because
Yeah.
sometimes it gives us the reward that we want, but sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it really step back us on what our goal is. But sometimes you just need to realize that this is what I learned, especially in today's worship service. Our minister
Yeah.
said everything happens for a reason, and there's a right time for everything. And
Yeah.
if that happens, that one step back that happens to you, especially today, it's okay. Just think positive, and challenges really don't define the outcome. Your action and
Mm-hmm.
response to it really does.
Yes. Yes. Wow. Thank you for giving that to us, brother RY. I feel like you gave like a perfect depiction of what our topic is about, because I can agree with both of your guys' points. And I think when you become an adult, and I know that RY, you're still younger than us, but I think you can already see it as you're growing up, right? Um when you're an adult, you give yourself a lot of pressure, like you guys mentioned, right? And you have a lot of expectations for yourself and your plans just in general. And since it is a new year, I want to know from brother JM, what are your expectations for the year?
so yeah, like coming to an age, I don't really have like big deal of expectations. But one of the things that I expect to have or to achieve this year is to go home in Philippines for my mom's birthday, because it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be 50th birthday this September. So I hope
Mm-hmm.
to be there, and I hope that all my family can also be there. My dad from Guam, and then my sister in Japan could go, and we could get together as whole family. Yeah,
Yes. Oh,
looking forward
that's
for that.
oh, that's good. That's always something nice to look forward to, when it comes to like vacation and stuff. So I think that's something that you don't really have to worry about. So, I think also, like what you kind of adding to what you mentioned, based on past experiences, it's also not to also not expect too much, right? I don't I do think it's good to have big goals, just like what brother RY mentioned in his advice, that it's good to have big goals for ourselves and reach for like a better version of our life. But I think there should be a balance between having that mindset that, okay, if things don't go this way, then that's okay, at least I tried my best, right? It's good to have that kind of mentality. And I think the major thing that we should expect is change, right? Because our life is always changing. That's probably the only thing that's really constant in our lives. Um, because we do know that we live in a world that is always innovating like ideas. So that's why I feel like we should also be the same when it comes to not being narrow-minded, but like what I mean brother JM, like what you mentioned, you should be always open-minded, right? And be able to adjust and adapt to those changes. So that's why I also want to ask, that if your expectations are not reached for the year, how do you plan to tackle them?
So whenever I don't get to do or get to have what I have expected. Example, this, like coming home, then I would just throw myself in another stuff, like keep myself busy. Especially we have a lot of things to do at work, in school, as well as
Mhm.
here at church. But yeah, I could think of other things to entertain and enjoy myself. Could be connected to the same matter. Like maybe instead of going there, why not just send it? Like send my like gift to them and stuff like
Mhm. Yes.
video, like a greeting, stuff like that. So yeah, there's no limitation of what you can do. So
Mhm.
just be not I mean open minded, and then
Yes.
just be ready, expect the unexpected, and
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that. And everything's gonna get well. I mean, go well.
Yes, that's true, Brother JM. I think it all connects to all of our points in the previous questions, like you mentioned earlier in our discussion about really reflecting on what happened and kind of also analyzing the situation and to understand why things didn't go the way that you have hoped for. And also, like what you mentioned, you just have to do what you have to do with what you had, right? Um, and I think that it's also where we need to really be patient with ourselves and really accept what it is in that moment. And also, adding to this to help manage our expectations, something that I learned in business school is regarding SMART goals. So I don't know if you guys have heard of SMART goals. Do you guys know SMART
Yes,
goals?
yes, sister.
Yes. Yes. So I think where the S for those viewing who don't know what SMART goals stand for, the S stands for specific, and then the M stands for measurable, and then the A stands for achievable, and the R stands for realistic, and lastly the T stands for time bound. So you basically ask yourself these questions in various aspects that so that you can have realistic but also ambitious goals for the year, and you can also set a plan on what you should prioritize, right guys? So that's another strategy that we can use in cultivating a positive mindset with being able to shift your expectations when needed. um, how about you, Brother RY? Can you share with us how you plan to tackle things when they don't go as planned?
At this is really my how I do it, especially if I don't reach my expectation. I will reassess what happens to me, because like sometimes this also, I always remind myself that don't always get stuck on that situations that you're facing right now, because if you're just there doing nothing and not assessing what you did wrong or what happened,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to improve yourself. So I feel
Yes.
like setbacks aren't just the end of everything. It's just like they're just like a redirection for your
Mm-hmm.
fat also, like, because imagine, like, for example, that imagine that you made this mistake, you're gonna think that, oh, this is the end, I didn't do better or something like that. But if you think positive that, oh, I'm experiencing this setbacks, it will help me to improve myself also, especially personal growth as well.
Yes, thank you for sharing that, Brother Awe. I love to see that even as young as you are, you try to practice or discipline yourself and having that state of mind as well, which I think is so important for us. Also instilling in the minds of the youth that not everything will go our way, especially in this generation right now. So, Brother Jam, so to kind of give light to those viewing, most especially with the young viewers, why do you think it's so essential to be able to have that characteristic of adapting or adjusting to a world that's always changing?
Yes, adaptation, and even like following the flow of what's happening to your life is very important, because
Mm-hmm.
our life will continue to get harder and harder each day, just as stated in our studies with the Bible, like that. So to me, for those younger generations, whatever your parents, especially the elders, tell you that happened to their life, use this as an example to their life and adjust to it. Because right now in our life today, even me, I have felt a lot of changes in my life that changed me as well, make me adapt. and it's how life goes. Like to be able to adapt will help you survive the life here in this world.
Yes, yes. You couldn't have said it better, Brother JM. And I hope everyone viewing is inspired by your perspective on life, even when it comes to our day-to-day routines. Like you mentioned earlier in our discussion, how unforeseen circumstances they happen frequently in our everyday routine. So that's why cultivating a positive point of view on things is so vital, most especially as members of the Church of Christ. And we also should remember that God's plans for us are always perfect, right, guys? We don't have to worry when our plans don't go our way, because that just means God has a better plan for us, right, guys? So I just want to thank you guys. I want to thank our guest, Brother JM, for joining us today, as well as insights from Brother RY. He's very wise man, even though he's still young. So we kind of want to play a quick game that connects to our topic for the evening. So, Kuitek, what time is it? Yes, thank you, Kuya Tech. It is now game time, and our game is called Faith Over Fear. And it's where the host, guests, and even the crew members will all write their hopes on a pink colored sticky note, while on a green sticky note, we will write our fears, and we'll have to guess who's who. So we'll have, if Kuya Tech can share our screen for the Google Docs, so that our viewers can see what everyone wrote down in the Google Docs sticky notes. But if Quitek is not able to put it on the screen, then I'm gonna read out the hopes first and then the fear next to it, and you guys have to try to see who is the guest or the host or the crew member that is. Okay, guys. So the first hope is, I hope to fulfill all of my goals and dreams this year pertaining to my career and passions. So who do you guys think this person is? Oh, and also the fear is I won't be able to achieve everything on my checklist, so I can give back to my family and parents. So who do you think wrote this? Feel free to unmute if you guys want to say who you think it is.
Is
You
it
know,
you?
Ate does kind of like in general, like I think everyone is like
Everyone? Yeah,
has the same hopes and fear also, but like
yes.
is this person like in our crew member right now? Like in
Yes,
this meeting?
they're here with us on the screen, and their
Oh,
camera is on. So
ooh, that's a big
do you
clue.
know? Brother Jam, do you know?
I'm
Do you think
thinking
you know?
it's you, sister.
Is
I don't know.
it
I kind of have like
me?
in mind that when you talk about careers and passion, like the first thing that pops in my mind is you.
Okay. Okay. We will reveal the who it really is. And you guys are right, it is me. So you guys did good for the first one. Kind of explaining it for the hopes. I think that it's a general thing, like what Brother RY said, that everyone has the same ones. And I think for the fear, as the youngest, I feel like everything was handed to me on a silver spoon. So I have a lot of debt of gratitude for my parents and for my sister. And even though I know I can never give back to them what they've given me, I hope I can still make them proud. So that's kind of explaining my hope and fear. Okay, so the next one, we'll go through this quickly. I hope to see my parents reach their 40th wedding anniversary. And the fear is, I fear that I will not be financially stable to reach my financial goals. So who do you guys think this is?
You, brother Arway. Who do you think?
Kuya. Oh, I thought you're saying it's me. Like, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I feel like it's
It's
Kuya Michael. I feel like it's Kuya
either
Michael.
Michael or JM, I
Yes,
think.
I feel like.
Because you
But
said Michael, yeah, I'm gonna say it's Michael.
is it Brother Michael? Brother Michael, would you like to explain if this is you or not?
No, that is not me. Sorry.
Oh, I think okay. I
Oh,
think maybe it might be at the R. Is it at the R?
Oh, si Ate R.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
oh,
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Okay. So thank you for sharing that at the R. I'll move on to our next one since we're almost running out of time. So the hope is I hope I can graduate high school and do well in my upcoming part-time job for the nearing semester. And the fear is I fear I won't find a career path while I'm here in Saipan. I think we all know who this is because
Yes,
there's only
I think
one
this
person
one we all
here who
know. Yes.
is in high school, so it's Brother RY.
No, Ate! I'm
oh,
already in college.
man.
Oh wait, no, it's
This is
Matt.
Matt. It's Matt.
Sorry, guys. I keep thinking RY's in high school. Oh, I forgot. Brother Matt is our
Ate,
youngest
it
crew
doesn't
member
mean
here
that
with
I
us.
look young.
Yes,
I'm
it's
in
okay.
still in high school. I
It's
know
a
I look young, but
compliment.
I'm not a high school student.
No, it's okay. It's a compliment. But we'll move on to our next one. We'll go through this. I'll just read them out. Um, hoping to get more into shape, and the fear is I fear my mom's petition for green card would get denied. Oh, who is this? I think.
I hope that's me na lang the one hoping to get into shape. But it's not me though.
Oh, oh, eh, eh. um, is this? Wait, I don't know who this is. Who do you guys think this is? Is it Brother
Me too,
Michael?
Ate. I think it's Brother Michael.
Brother Michael, is that you?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. We
Oh,
got it right. Okay, we have two more, so I'll just read them really quickly. Okay, guys. Okay. The hope is I hope that we can have more female choir members in our local congregation, and then the fear is falling more into unhealthy snacks. I think this is JM.
uh,
Because it
the, yeah,
is it JM?
the choir member, yeah, that's me. I wanna have like more female choir members in our locale
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes.
there's only like less of the
Yes.
female than male.
So
And then it's also me who have fear that my mom's petition for green card would get it.
oh, okay. So I kind of switched it up a little bit, but okay, at least we know which one's which. And then we have one more, overcoming your fear of public speaking, and then the fear is public speaking in front of a big crowd. I think that's the same, but I think this is RY because we're kind of
Yes,
canceling
I always
everyone out.
talk that, like always tell that in the broadcast. But it's so funny that that's also my hope and that's also my fear. Like,
Oh, okay. But no, I think we all have the same
yes.
hopes and fears. So I think that's something we can all agree on. But I believe that's our last hope and fear to discuss for our game. So I truly enjoyed playing all of this with all of you guys, and I hope that it also inspired our viewers that our faith is always bigger than our fears. So thank you to all of our crew members and our guests, and for those who would like to share your own personal hopes and fears in the comments below, feel free to do so because we would love to hear from you all. Speaking of comments, we'll now move on to see what you all have been saying with Brother RY.
Thank you, Sister Anne, and thank you, Kuya JM, for that wonderful game that we had. I hope that you enjoyed, especially our team live chat. You know, our team live chat has really been active. And speaking of team live chat, if you are new to our broadcast and first time tuning in INCRadio Micronesia and want to support INCRadio Micronesia, this is how you can support us. Kuya Tech?
Hello, Team Live Chat! We love hearing from you, but we want to know, where are you tuning in from?
Have you heard about our hashtag challenge?
That's right! Don't forget to hashtag your local congregation in the comments down below.
Not only that, hashtag your CFO too.
And at the end of the show, find out who won our hashtag challenge.
Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Kuya Tech, for that wonderful bumper. So, in this part of our broadcast, I will read the comments. So I will read our shout out first. So our hashtags, who hashtag their local. We have Sister Ivy Christine Galvez. She said greetings for everyone from hashtag Cobblerville. We also have Brother Jerry. He said hashtag Cobblerville, hashtag choir, and hashtag Kadiwa. We also have our um Brother Julius B. Malabanan. He said, welcome, brethren, po, Micronesia. And this is for Kuya JM. He said, KJM joined the ministry na. I really agree, Kuya. Like, I think you will be a good minister. I really agree that for that, KJ. Just let's push ka GM. Ooh, go KJM. We also have Brother Roger Villegas. He said, good evening po, Micronesia, hashtag Cobblerville. We also have our brother Ronick Lizardo. He said, good evening to all ministers and ministerial workers, most especially to our district minister, Brother Jobin, and assistant district minister, Brother Julius, hashtag Micronesia and hashtag San Jose. Karanek also said, we are cheering on you, Brother GM, in the back po, hashtag San Jose. That's his local po. So let's celebrate. San Jose represent. We also have some YouTube question answer from Sister Krisha Rodriguez. She said, I heard a quote like, don't be afraid to fail and be afraid not to try. I really agree, because sometimes not having us to try really step back us on what our goal is. Also, our sister Jade Pasha, and this is my last comment because there's really so much, but like there's so only little time. But next time I'll promise I'll read everything for you guys. We also have my change my perspective when things don't go as planned by seeing the positive that's still being there in what goes in plan instead. I tend to just shift into a positive attitude so I won't worry. I really agree on that, because having really the positive mindset really help us to overcome our fears and to be better version of ourselves. But that's all for now. I know that I didn't mention everyone. I'm really sorry, but promise the crew member also really loves you and support every one of you. So I hope I see you guys again next week, and I hope I'm gonna be happy to see you guys again next week. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Brother Arwa, and to all of our YouTube commenters this evening. Now we want to see what our district has been up to in our CFO in action.
CFO in action.
So for this week, our district was able to have on January 24 a film showing of an cinema film in the local of Machinao. And on January 19 in the local of San Jose, they had a Juan's Playlist singing kind activity. So we hope all the brethren were able to enjoy these past activities. Now for Micronesia's lineup, we do have on January 26 a district monthly meeting at 4 p.m. in every local congregation, and a special gathering of doctrinal instructees and prospective members in Guam and Saipan at 7 p.m. So we hope everyone is looking forward to these upcoming activities. Now we want to announce the local hashtag winners. So from last week's broadcast, so congratulations for to that local congregation. Now we have another drum roll for our most supportive brethren, which is Brother Catmello San Nicolas. So congrats to all of our winners. Now we'll have Brother Arwa invite everyone to next week's broadcast.
Thank you, Sister Anne, and congrats to our local and most supportive brethren in our broadcast last week. So we're inviting you again to join us in the next broadcast happening on Saturday, February 1, 2024 at 10 p.m. Chamorro Standard Time. Make sure to tune in and be part of the special event. Don't miss out, and see you there. Also, before we end our broadcast, we want to greet our one of the ministers here in the island of Saipan, and happy wedding anniversary to our Ka Roger and Sister Erin Villegas. Happy wedding anniversary po. Send hearts and our team live chat there. Send heart. Happy anniversary po. So before we end, we also want to say thank you to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our SEBC President, CAO, and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo, our District Minister, Brother Jobin Cipilio Jr., our Assistant District Minister, Brother Julius Malabanan, our CFO Overseer, Brother Roger Manzanilla Jr., our DMA Advisor, Brother Roger Villegas Jr., Also, our crew member here in the island of Saipan, Sister Gwen, Bam, Julian, and Brother Matt. We also have the crew members in Guam, which is Sister Anne, Sister Faye, Sister Marissa, and Sister Randy, Brother Randy, Brother Michael, and Brother Shan. We also like to say our thank you to our station manager, Brother Wally Taray. We also say to thank you to our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya.
Yes, thank you, Brother RY. And we would like to also take this moment to thank everyone viewing and who has constantly supported us here on INCRadio. Our broadcast is now coming to a close. So we want to say good night, Micronesia. Coming up next is Florida Satellite Studio. So good night, everyone, and have a nice day.